morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to my channel from wherever you are watching. I am Renée-Suzanne. It is so good to have you here. Welcome to my Love Shack Crew subscribers. And for any of you who are just passing through, I hope to make a subscriber out of you too. Today we're popping back over to Indonesia. In particular, we're going to go to the island nation of Papau. And this is The Spirit of Papua by Alffy Rev, featuring Nowela Michaelia, Eppo de Fenomeno, and Funky Papua. So I don't know who any of those folks are. They probably are more local people in the music industry over in Indonesia. I'm guessing, but yeah, from what I understand, Papua geographically is the most easternmost country of Indonesia, or region of Indonesia, and this is another one of Alffy's amazing music videos promoting the wonderful place that we know as Papua, entitled The Spirit of Papua. So let's listen and watch and see what we think. Ooh, pretty. Okay, wait, let's pause here and see what that says. It's the largest and easternmost province, they call them provinces, of Indonesia. Papua comes from the word Papau. But then you have to know what Papau means. And I don't. I'm sorry. Can somebody tell me? Thanks. I would appreciate it. Let's watch and see what else there is. Oh goodness. There's Alffy. Feel that beat coming underneath. That kind of dramatic music. Woo! Planting the flag. Look at that rich culture that they still keep there. They still keep it going, and I just love that. They're so in touch with their heritage and their ancestors and their people. I'm not quite sure. I think I read that most of Indonesia is Christian, but there are other religions there as well. But a lot of the people there practice, I don't remember what it's called, but when if you asked them, they would say they were Christian, but they also then incorporate parts of their ethnic background, their cultural religion practices as well. And there's a term for that. Can you tell me what that is? There's a term for that when you are one religion, but you still incorporate parts of an old traditional cultural religious practices. Okay, before they get into this, oh my gosh, it's again another wonderful, wonderful musical display and light show. And it looks like a bunch of dancers there in the front, and we'll get to see that. Um, I just have to say how talented Alffy Rev is. It it doesn't seem like there is an instrument he doesn't know how to play. um, and showcasing all the beauty of these Indonesian provinces provinces is just an amazing, amazing thing to do. So many of us, especially here in America, do not necessarily know, um, other than, you know, we know Indonesia, but like I, that's a group of islands, but which ones, what they're called, the differences, I have no idea. And so I feel like I'm being not only thoroughly entertained by this, I am being educated, and I am enjoying every minute of it. Let's go back just a little. Seeing him play that guitar there in like in a little bit more traditional garb before he moves on to a more modern scene.
Mari bangkit dari masa lalu, man. Beri warna baru lagi dalam frame.
Okay, I don't know who this one is. I'm assuming maybe this guy, the singing is the funky Papau guy. Sounds a little bit more like a hip hop situation. But he's talking about letting go of the past, and that being a reference to, I think, you know, all the occupations that they had been under previously, and come together, you know, as one nation, even though they have multiple cultures and even languages and regional languages within those provinces. And I don't know why I can't say that word very good, but they all have, they all say they're Indonesian, because that is like the United States. We have multiple states, but we are American. It's the same for Indonesia, and they do have a national language, Balesh. Can somebody remind me? It's something like that, I believe. I was told. So even though there's all these languages that are spoken across Indonesia, they do have a common language, national language. Whereas here in America, the everyday language being used is English, American English, and there are other cultures within America. They have their languages as well, but most people speak English, and this is an old Indonesia, old culture, whereas for America, we're what, 250 years old, and we don't have this kind of deeply rooted culture, and things being passed on generation to generation to generation has kind of, I don't know, I might come from like the last generation where Gen X in America, where passing on to your kids any kind of knowledge of their history, their ancestors, their cultures that they came from, the practices, the traditions and things like that. My kids, I was good about that. They have rich culture from both sides of the family. But nowadays we don't see a lot of appreciation for that kind of thing, and it's really sad. But it's beautiful to see over here in Papau how they are keeping their traditions alive as well.
Yeah, mari bangkit dari masa lalu men. Beri warna baru lagi dalam frame. Bikin lagi goal seperti games. Microphone teriakan chance. We are the king for the land to one day. One side, one feel and one pride. Young people, one way, one spirit, one nation. Singa tak tidur seharian, bangun dan hasilkan lagi banyak peluh. Jadilah juara tanpa banyak keluh. Kita semua adalah juara baru. Fight on my mind, fight on my mind. Bila dong tanya ku sampai dari mana, kasih tahu tong ini Papua. Kalau dong kasih dong punya, kasih tunjuk lagi tong punya. Gomberai saya dari lepa gombe mantah anima.
Oh, that was awesome. That was exhilarating. How he was speaking to the young people and empowering them like that. That was beautiful.
Gomberai saya dari lepa gombe mantah anima.
Before, it sounds like a guitar solo is coming. Why would she be asking to have mercy on me? I mean, I know she said she's going to travel to a faraway place. Is she just asking, for it to be somewhat easy for her, and her traveling to a far off place is not necessarily a bad thing, maybe, and she's just asking for mercy to for her travels and being able to start over in this new place. And the farewell, my grandchild. And they show all the children and they draw their pictures. Beautiful. So this looks like a perfect example of being Christian, and then, with the head covering and the face painting, still integrating portions of their ancestral and cultural traditional beliefs in with their religion. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's like a calling home of everyone who doesn't live there anymore, who's left. And like when they show that woman doing all that research of the artifacts of their history, and now this monument as well. So there's a girl who's saying, that grandma and grandpa, their grandmother and grandfather, to forgive them, that they're leaving to a whole new land, in farewell to her grandchild. But this part still feels like a calling home. Bring it back. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful and enjoyable to watch. It makes me want to learn more about Papau. If things were different in my life, in my personal life, my family life, I would love nothing better than to be able to travel to all kinds of places around the world. But since I can't do that, the internet is a wonderful, wonderful way to experience places that that I will never be able to go. So this has been absolutely beautiful, showing a beautiful culture, showing a beautiful landscape, showing a little bit of their traditions, beautiful singers, and Alffy Rev's amazing talent. And the animation for this has just been fantastic. The cinematography, gorgeous. I appreciate those of you who are watching this with me, and those of you who asked me to react to this. The next one in this kind of series will be the one about the province Bali, which I believe might be the biggest province. I'm not sure. But also another video by Alffy Rev showing us all about Bali, and I can't wait for that. Thank you very much again for being here with me. If you would like to support the channel, there's a few ways you can do that. There are links down in the description below, one of which is buymeacoffee.com. And if you would like to make a tip there, that would be great. If you would like to make a request, a song request, and you want that request to go to the top of the list, go ahead and make a financial donation there as well to support this channel. I would be very grateful. Also, there is a merchandise link where you can check out all the merchandise that is available to support this channel. Finally, a link to LFR Family Coaching. If you are in need of online coaching because you happen to be a coach yourself, you are a content creator, you are an artist, you are a business owner, if you are looking for online coaching to give you some tips and tricks and to push your online presence to the next level, that is the place for you. LFR Family Coaching. I cannot recommend them highly enough to you guys. But that is all for me for right now, my friends. But as usual, It is only goodbye for now.